Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Just a short video to give you a kind of an update on the Malibu project. We've started painting, and if you've been following me on Instagram, you'll have been kind of updated of the progress along the way. Anyhow, I painted the fender and the front bumpers, and the one thing we noticed was paint colors don't match. Somewhere after 2013, Chevrolet changed its paint formulation for the Atlantis Blue Metallic, the 106V paint code, and the colors changed. And so that kind of screws things up quite a bit. And it's too much of a color change to just blend it. So the decision was made. I'm going to paint the whole car. It's going to be a lot of work. But it can be done. There's an old saying, you know, how do you eat an elephant? You know, one bite at a time. So, looking at the car, we've got about a third of it done. I've got both front fenders, the front bumper, and I just painted the hood yesterday. Today we're going to work on the driver's doors. And you can see, I hope you can see that they're black. They're from the salvage yard, the U-pull yard. There's a little bit of body work that's going to need to be done. There's a little dent there, but we'll get these in. And these two doors are going to be the most complicated of the doors because I'm going to have to spray the inside jambs. The rest of the doors, the other two passenger side doors, we won't. Same thing. And this would all had to been painted, like the rear quarter would have had to been painted anyhow, because I've got this body work that I need to fix there, which would have required at least clear coating this after I blended the paint. But we're gonna paint everything, the lower rockers and the which one I'm pointing, the lower rockers and the upper arch there, and this rear quarter will all be done at once. We'll pull the rear bumper off, we'll paint that separately. We'll pull the rear trunk off, that'll be painted separately. That's going to be a pain. There's a lot of little pieces that go into that, and I just stuck that Chevy emblem back on there, so it's going to be a pain in the butt. Anyhow, this side, there are a few little defects in the paint. There's a, where is it? Right there. There's a dent. Yeah, right there. Require a little body work. Going to be the same thing for this side. I may leave the roof. I don't think you'll be able to tell that much, especially at an angle. And there's definitely a definitive line where we can tape off. So that's kind of the plan. And over the next couple weeks, we're going to get this thing knocked out. The bad part is I broke a door spring, and the door is out of service, and it's about as high as I can get it with my spray booth being deployed. So that the plan is to pull everything into the garage, like the doors I can pull them in the garage and paint them, bring them back out, put them on. As far as the quarter panels and the side work, that's going to have to be done in the garage with the door open. We'll have to just lay plastic over everything to kind of cut down on the contamination, but there's no other way to do that. I guess my third option would have been to take it to a paint shop, take it to a body shop, and have them custom blend a paint mix to match this, or maybe they even have the old formulation. I don't know. That would be prohibitively expensive. And as much work and as much expense as painting the whole car is going to be, I'm imagining painting the front end of the car a custom color. And you got to remember, I still have body work and doors to paint on that side, so it's not like we get away scot-free. There's still going to be a hell of a lot of painting involved, and it's going to be really expensive. So we're just going to do it ourselves, a bite at a time. The paint is coming out really nice. I've got my gun dialed in, I've got my technique dialed in, got my prep dialed in. The hood was just a sand and paint, so we just scuffed it down with 320. on a random orbital sander out here in the great sunshine where the dust doesn't matter. And then I wet sanded it with 400 grit, wet and dry. That smoothed everything out. And we just shot base coat and clear coat. And that's going to be the plan for the rest of the car. Basically, other than that area on the other side where the bodywork is, we're just going to sand and paint. Sand and paint, sand and paint. And I've got enough paint now to do both of the, or do the whole car. And that's where we're at. And I do like the looks of the new blue. I mean, it's sharp. It's nice. But anyhow, and one other thing is I got to looking at the Copart photos of this car, and I'll put a photo in this video right about here. Look at the bumper, where the bumpers meet the fenders. The bumper is a different color. The bumper is this new color. The front bumper on this car had been replaced before and painted, and they obviously used the new paint formulation because the color is the same. The color difference is the same, and they just left it. So it's not a matter of my paint people mixing the wrong color. That's just the paint formulation has changed. And to get it the original color, you would have to either scan it, or somebody with a knowledge of mixing would have to mix it, or have the old formulation, or whatever. But it's beyond me just going to a paint store and ordering a different paint number. So like I said, we're gonna get experience painting the whole damn car. It would have been 2/3 repainted anyhow with all the blending that I would have had done, even if it was a close match. So we're not really out that much, but I just wanted to give you guys an update as to where we're at with this. Hopefully the garage will be fixed here shortly. I've got springs that should be here today, so I'll at least be able to lift the door up a little easier other than using a floor jack. And then I just got notification that my new opener is on its way, so we're gonna install a sidewinder opener, what's called a jack shaft opener, and that way I can take out the overhead opener, and it will give me about 2 more feet of vertical lift, so I can put a 2-post lift in here, and we can install a lift in the garage. That was kind of the ultimate plan, and now is a good time to do it. Anyhow, thanks for stopping in. It's just a short video, kind of a little update. Like I said, painting is fun. Not. I said that with a straight face. Painting is okay. We've got her down. Actually, the hardest part of all this was finding a new respirator, because my Gerson respirator that I bought from Harbor Freight the last time I painted, they're not supposed to be used forever. They're really supposed to be a one and done. You can reuse them a couple times, but it's starting to reach its limits, and I'm having to supplement the filtration by cutting up blue shop towels and stuffing them in front of the filters. You can't find these respirators anywhere. I found one on eBay in New York for like $37, and I end up buying it because I've got no choice. Anyhow, enough of my little rant here. Thanks for stopping in. Go ahead and click the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. Click the like, all that stuff. Hit the notification bell, and hope you all stay safe and stay well, and we'll see you again real soon.